Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, ladies and gents. Yes, today is my birthday, so we're just doing a little fun little happy birthday stream. And so for those of you that are not watching this live, the question that I'm asking you for the audience to write down in the comments below the video is, let me know the first game, the first part of that game, and the year of when you first came onto this channel. Maybe you started watching with Splinter Cell Conviction back in 2010. Let me know which part was your first part, you know, and all that kind of stuff, because I really want to see like how long some people have been here, or maybe we have some new people that haven't been here that long or whatnot. But so yeah, welcome. This is not going to be a very long stream. We're not like going to be doing really any gamey stuff. We're just kind of just, you know, going to sit here and talk and have a good time and discuss, you know, some of the things we've done on the channel, maybe some of the things I want to do, get some feedback from you guys, and just enjoy a nice, quiet, kind of like a birthday stream or whatever. I actually would love to do another one of those 24-hour streams that we've done in the past. I think that'll be a really cool and fun thing to do, where we play different games and series and stuff like that for 24 hours straight, like kind of like a little bit of a marathon. So maybe that's something that we could do in the future if you guys are all part of that. And make sure, for those of you that write this in the live chat as well, make sure that you put it in the comments below too, so I can reply to you on there as well. But JD says he watched Heavy Rain part. That was like Heavy Rain, I want to say was 2010. Around March of 2010, I think. Yeah. So, my wife, everybody say hi to my wife. She was in the chat here at the very beginning. Harley Q, jokes on you. It was so funny. I can tell you a really funny story this morning when I woke up. You know, I got up pretty early. I couldn't sleep. Like, I went to bed pretty early last night, like around 9. And, I woke up about 2 o'clock. So, you know, I go downstairs, get myself a good old glass of strawberry milk, and then I stay up for a few hours or whatever, and then I finally get back to sleep. I wake up about 8:30, 9 o'clock, somewhere around in there, and I go and do my normal thing, you know, take a shower, use the restroom, you know, brush my teeth, all that good stuff. And the greatest thing ever is when you wake up, and then I'm heading downstairs, and then I guess my wife and little girl hear me heading downstairs. They can hear the clitter clatter from my feet from the top of the stairs. So they're waiting at the stairs. So as soon as I come down, I go into the living room. I see them, and they just start yelling, you know, screaming happy birthday. Ella's got a card in her hand, you know, and they gave me the cutest card. It's like a Batman birthday card. So that was pretty cool. I really, really enjoyed that. So everyone knows that as far as what the channel has been doing lately, and there is a little bit of a change, and I did an update not too long ago right here where I said it's time, the toughest choice I've ever made, which is very, very true. There was people in there that said it was a clickbait title. What is clickbait about? It's time, and it's the toughest choice I've ever made, which it is, because I've been dealing with trying to figure out what I was going to do, if I was going to continue to do full time and just keep risking losing more and more money, or if I was going to try to find a way to sustain and keep us afloat and stuff like that. Because, you know, when I first started out doing YouTube full time, we were still getting in roughly, I mean, oh my gosh, what was it? At least a few million views a month, I think, at that point. And that was the end of 2016. That's when I got out of active Army, and then I went into the National Guard at the end of 2016. And I said, I'm going to try to do YouTube full time. We were at the perfect opportunity, the perfect point to do it full time. We had nothing but steam ahead of us. Everything was going great. It felt like it clicked. Everything pretty much clicked. And unfortunately, at the beginning of 2017, what we called the YouTube ad apocalypse happened, which was where, for whatever reason, I can't remember what it was. I think it was that YouTube was starting to see videos, or should I say ad companies was starting to see videos of their ads being played on very, very not so good videos. Meaning, like, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you know, there was like some type of, you know, I don't want to say, you know, the word, the NAZ, you know what I'm talking about. There was like a video, like someone doing like something like that. And then there was ads for like Coca-Cola or something showed up on it. So you, ad departments and stuff like that, they were like, we're not gonna go on YouTube anymore because too much of our company ads are being placed on videos that are, you know, very bad and stuff like that. So the YouTube apocalypse started, lost a lot of money, started with that, and then it just kind of went downhill from there. But then I got very, very lucky at the end of 2017. Facebook said, hey, we're starting up a new gaming thing where you could live stream on Facebook. And I never even thought that Facebook would ever go into the realm of hardcore gaming. Now they had, you know, Farmville and those kind of things or whatever. So they had all that stuff, but I never thought it was going to be like how it was. And so when they offered me an actual salary job, meaning that, you know, they wanted me to stream on the platform and they would pay me like an actual salary a year, as long as I met the quota that I needed to meet, or so many hours streaming or whatever. And it was their first foray into it. It was pretty cool. You know, I got to be around a lot of other big streamers at the time and all that kind of stuff. And there was only about like 20 of us, I think, to start out with. And I did that for 2 years. And then, of course, that required me. See, the thing about that was I was not allowed to do certain things on YouTube once I had that partnership. So I couldn't do both of them consistently. So like I couldn't stream at the same time. I couldn't stream on YouTube whatsoever. So that took a lot of subscribers away from my YouTube, you know, and all that kind of stuff. But I never felt quite right doing Facebook. I mean, I enjoyed the new people that came from Facebook. There's actually some of you on here, I'm sure, that actually maybe first saw me because of Facebook, and then they came over and joined, you know, YouTube, and here we are. But yeah, and then of course 2020 hit. I lost the Facebook. Right when 2020 hit, right when the COVID-19 era started, and of course we were having a baby, so it was a strange time. But I was still doing everything full time. I lost that, and all the money that I made, I saved up because I wanted to save money, obviously. I saved all that money up, and we used it pretty much. I mean, up until there was zero left, right? And that was just not too long ago. So I saved up quite a bit, and that was the money we had so that we could continue to do YouTube full time and stuff. But then it got to the point in 2024 where I was like, well, we're not making enough. I mean, maybe I can try something. Let's change up the channel a little bit. Let's do platinum guides, right? So we started doing platinums, thinking that maybe that'll change up. Maybe we'll get some new people in. Hopefully some more people, you know, we'll share our videos, we'll like our videos, comment, so the algorithm can see them, all that good stuff, you know. And so in 2024, we started shifting over. Instead of just doing walkthroughs, we did pretty much and take my money platinum guides. Hey, Luke, thank you for the $5. Watching from Dublin, Ireland. Happy birthday to you, my friend. Hope you have a good one, and your family as well. Blessed Thursday to you. That's right. I keep forgetting today is Thursday because now that I have this new schedule, the days just go by so quick. But yeah, so I was doing that, and I like this. I like this new thing that we've done on the channel, right? It's been pretty cool. Playing essentially, you know, every game that we do on the channel, we usually end up doing a platinum guide for it. And we've actually done quite a few, between Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation. I'd say we've at least done 40 platinums in the past, year and a half, I guess now, because I started that in February. I remember the first one that we did. My gosh, the first platinum we did was, let's see if I can, right there. That was right there was when we started it, right there. The Order 1886. And then I could even count the platinums I guess we've done here. So we've done 1 platinum, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're still working on that one, so we're not done yet. 27, 28. No, we didn't. 28. We're still working on that one. Still working on that one. 29. 30. Working on that one. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. And we're still working on that one. So, and then we're working on this one right now too. So, yeah, so we've done almost 40 platinums on here, at least that I could see. This is just from my playlists. I mean, hopefully I didn't miss anything in there, but yeah, and we've mixed them up between, you know, PlayStation, Xbox, and Steam. I'm sorry, I'm still eating my breakfast. But as of right now, I'm splitting my time up now. So it's kind of like this. It's kind of like, you know, in the daytime, I'm driving usually. Today I didn't drive, obviously. I've been working on videos for Eric's Home. That's what I've been doing as of late. Eric's Home has been the newest thing that I've been working on, which is a stealth game. So, you know, yay, the stealth is back a little bit here. It's a top-down kind of stealth game, but it's really, really fun, and I've really, really enjoyed it. So I hope you guys have been checking it out. Make sure you leave a like on all the videos and watch. So one thing that I can say, you know, if you don't have a lot of time to watch my videos and you want to watch, you know, you could always do the playback speed at like two times, and check this out. What's up, ladies and gents? My name is Mr. and today is a walkthrough for Eric's Home, The Stolen Dream. Of course, thank you developers for providing the key for me so I can show this game off to you all. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and comment below. Let me know what you think of the game. And of course, we're going to be doing this walkthrough via chapter, so each video will have a specific chapter, all the collectibles inside. So you could turn the CCs on. And trophies as well. At the end of the walkthrough, we will put it all together into one long format video so you guys can watch if you would rather prefer to have it in one video. This is a full-on walkthrough. I will be explaining how we're getting through each section. This is a very, very stealth-driven game. And you're able to get through my videos in half the time. So if you like, you only have like 15 minutes and you got a 30-minute video ahead of you, look at how easy it is to get through. Or you could do like, I'd say 175 is a good speed because you're still able to kind of hear everything you need to hear. Almost the entire game is stealth related, so for those of you out there that wanted some more stealth on the channel, this is not until you get outside until you start actually getting more collectibles. So just and you can still see what I'm doing to help you understand what I'm doing and that kind of thing. So it works out pretty well, I think. And so I've been really, really enjoying this game. I've got 4 parts done so far. I need to work on more. Obviously, I will. Yeah, Sinistray 1 on helium, essentially. I will definitely be working on that more over the next few days, of course. I decided to turn this into a video guide instead of a live stream guide because I felt that this is a very linear style game, and I felt it fit better in video format. So usually when I do guides, you know, that are long, big open worlds, live streams is always going to be like the better choice. But for linear type of games, I really feel like videos kind of suit them better. It just feels better. So that's why I've made this way. I think there's like a total of 8 or 9 missions, so we're about halfway done or somewhere around in there. But I'll get them out as soon as I can. It takes me a while to play the levels, and the reason so essentially what I've been doing is playing the levels, all the stuff unlocks, finding them. Then what I do is, because the game is on Steam, I'm able to go back with Sam. Now, I've showed people this before, what Sam is. Sam essentially is allows me to take any game from my Steam library, and say for this instance, it's
Message coming in. Patching it through.
So Warrior, thank you for the $6.9. A birthday gift to you, my friend and favorite gamer. Thank you so much. What made you settle on 6.9? Feeling a little tipsy there, are you? But yeah, so wherever the game is here, let's see. Eric's Home right there. So you click on that, you can see here's your achievements. And whenever I've learned the level, I found where the collectibles are, I just take away the achievements I made during that level and then hit commit changes. And then I can go back through the level again and then unlock those achievements again. So that's kind of how I've been doing it, which is really, really cool. So that's one of the reasons I like doing Steam playthroughs, because it allows me to do it that way. So that I could learn where everything is first, go through it, do it in the minimum amount of time, kind of like a speed run through, but at the same time, getting all the collectibles, getting all of the notes and things like that. So it's been really fun. Obviously, I wouldn't be able to do it that way if I was on PlayStation. What I usually do when I'm on PlayStation is, because I have two accounts. One is my main account. The other one is my Platinum account. And so I'll play the game on both. I'll play the game on my Platinum account, or excuse me, my normal account. And I'll go through the levels. I'll unlock the trophies, get all the collectibles, find out where they are. Then I'll repeat that same level over on my Platinum, Strain 01 Platinums or whatever thing I have on PlayStation. And then that's how I pretty much do it on there. And it's the same thing for Xbox, because I have two accounts on Xbox. One is my Platinum account, one is the normal account. And so I'm usually always playing games twice when I do video walkthroughs. Obviously, when I do live streams, you guys see me playing it just on the regular account, because I'm just going through, shooting the breeze, talking to everybody, having a good time. And so it's completely different than the walkthroughs. The walkthroughs take a little bit longer because you're essentially playing the game twice, because you have to learn where all the stuff is. But I feel like when it comes to walkthroughs, that's better suited, because that's kind of what I grew up on. That's kind of what this channel grew up on, was the normal walkthrough setting. It's only recently, over the past year and a half, where we've started to stream on a constant basis. But this doesn't work for every game. Like for some games, if I type in Steam, for some games on here, it doesn't work. Like say Ubisoft games, or like Red Dead Redemption 2, those style games. And the reason that those don't work is because it has to use a third-party element, which is like Rockstar's third-party element or Ubisoft's UbiConnect. And it keeps the achievements tied. So if I were to try to go into Sam and erase the achievements, they'll erase. But the moment you start the game back up, because it logs into your account on that server, it unlocks those achievements again. So it doesn't really work with those style games or EA games. It doesn't work with EA games. It doesn't work with, it only works with every other type of game except for EA, Ubisoft, and anything that has like a third party app that it has to run through first before the game will start to run. Ubisoft and EA and Rockstar are the ones that really do that. So, so I've been playing a lot of Eric's Home. I know it only says I've been playing 3.4 hours, but it's very, very short levels, short game, and everything like that. Okay, so I want to talk about, I had a purpose for this stream is really to get on here and have a chance to talk with you guys, because it's been a few days since I streamed, since I've been working on videos. And by the way, thank you all for the birthday messages. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I know my mother-in-law wanted to throw me a little birthday party, and I had told her no. I said, listen, I'm 42 years old. I don't need a birthday party anymore. Like, Jen's going to have a birthday party because she deserves a birthday party. But guys are usually a little different. We don't really care for birthday. We don't need a birthday party. We just want it to come. We want it to go, and just enjoy it that way. Especially when you get into your 40s, you're just like, I don't need that stuff anymore. All right. So what I wanted to see is we need a new platinum coming up for live streaming, right? So I'm trying to think. Hi, baby. Is mommy sleeping? Mm-hmm. Yeah, mommy's sleeping. I am eating a That's my sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich. Oh, you want to say hi to everybody? Come here. I'll pick you up gentle. Oh, there we go.
Hello, everybody.
Say, what is today?
What is today?
No, I'm asking you, what is today?
Is it?
What did you celebrate this morning? Are you nervous because you're talking on the microphone?
No.
So what is today? Whose special day is today?
Dada.
Why is it Daddy's special day?
Because we love you.
Well, yes, but what day is today?
Daddy's birthday.
And how old is Daddy?
41?
No, now, today, I am what?
42?
That's right.
You are 42 today?
I'm 42 today. Yep. I'm getting old, aren't I?
Yeah,
How old are you?
5.
Can you show me in numbers how old you are with your hand?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 years old. Wow. 5 years old. And say, you're about ready to start school in less than 2 weeks, aren't you?
I got to let go for 2 weeks.
Yes, but what grade are you going in?
Kindergarten.
That's right, kindergarten. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many days I go to kindergarten?
You got about 14 more days.
No, that's going to take ages.
Is it going to take ages?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. It'll come by really fast. It'll go really fast. You'll be right back in school. So you did really good at preschool, didn't you?
Yeah.
No, we don't touch adult things like mice. Okay? We leave those alone.
Nice.
Funny girl. We call that a mouse.
Nice.
Yep. But I said we don't touch. We don't know what you could possibly hit. You could put a nuclear bomb down somewhere, and we have no idea. Don't touch. I love you. All right, I'm gonna let you down now, okay?
I will stay up here.
You can stay up here. Just get your toys, and you can play in the floor, okay? Since mommy's sleeping. Okay?
I'm hungry. Yes.
You just ate. You hungry again?
Mm-hmm.
Are you a hungry hippo? Are you a hungry hippo? Yes, you are. Go get your toys and you can play in here, okay? Or get your iPad. Oh. Right there is the reason I continue to do what I love to do. So she makes it all worthwhile. Okay, so as I was saying before, we were rudely interrupted by Mini Strain. I'm gonna fly this by you guys. Let me know what you think. Yeah, I'm still doing the Cyberpunk 2077 Platinum. So really, the platinums I'm gonna I have going on are gonna be Cyberpunk. This new because this Eric's Home is gonna be done. My goal is to have Eric's Home done by the weekend.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Hey, Kimmy, thank you. Happy birthday, Chris. May you be blessed and may you have many more. I hope you enjoy your special day. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Kimmy. It's good to see you. I was thinking because I'm so into Mass Effect right now, guys. Like, all I've been doing, like, at nighttime is just watching Mass Effect videos. Like, I'm obsessed with Mass Effects right now. You know, like, sometimes when I play a game, I get, like, right back into it, the series again. And right now, I am really into Mass Effect 2. And I was wanting to see if you guys would want me to continue the Mass Effect Platinums for streams and do Mass Effect 2, just like we did on PlayStation, not on here. I just downloaded this. I just wanted to see what the difference is between the regular edition and so I was playing that the other day or whatever, and man, Mass Effect 2 is like is one of my favorites in the series, so I'm really looking forward to playing it. But of course, I want to make sure that you guys are going to be there, and it's something that you would all want to see. The thing is, here's the thing, like, oh, you can't bring honey, no. You can't bring that in here, babe. I shouldn't have told her. You can't bring that in here, honey. You can't. No, you can't bring that in here. There's not enough space, babe. You can't bring your practice mat from your tumbling class in here. There's not enough space. So, hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on. Watch out. Hold on. That's got to stay. Put that in mommy's room and you can tumble in there. Okay. But there's not enough space here, see? There's not enough space. She brought in her tumbling mat because she's in dance class, and she has a tumbling mat, so she brought it in here thinking there was enough space in here to be able to do that, and there is not enough space. But see, here's the other thing: if I don't do Mass Effect 2, then this would be the game I would do. And the reason that I would do Mafia 2 Definitive Edition is because Mafia, the Old Country, I believe it's called, right? Or the Old World or something like that. The Old Country, yeah, is coming out. Geez, in just, I don't know,
okay.
comes out in August, right? Hey, well, bang, okay. What was that? New subscriber, Dan, the Matt Man Wilson. Oh my gosh, that that is a big name you got there, Dan. But so yeah, so the other game, like I said, would be Mafia 2, because Mafia Old Country is coming out. So right now it's kind of like a toss-up for me between Mafia 2 and Mass Effect 2. I probably need to look at which ones. I don't know. That's why I'm asking you guys. I always like to ask and whatnot. It's so weird. See, I'm trying to talk about stuff, but when I'm not playing games, it's so weird just to sit here and chat. Maybe we need to do these more often, where we need to have like one stream a month where we just kind of like sit down and talk about the games I'd like to cover during the month. And maybe that's how we come up with a schedule, instead of like when we beat one game, then we do a poll for the next game or something. Maybe we should have like actual discussions and have like a stream where we do that, where we say, okay, so in a 30-day period, let's try to do these, platinums or something like that. By the way, oh my gosh, the first 2 days I started driving, my calves are killing me. Like, I can't even, like, oh my gosh, walking in and out of the car, so much walking. You got to remember, guys, I've been literally stuck in this office for the past so many years, right? Because of how bad my back is, I don't get a chance to do a lot. And so now me, getting in and out of the car all the time, driving, it's the only thing I can really do because I am disabled.
Message coming in.
And so
Pass
that
it through.
makes it so freaking hard. Hey, Vic's here. What's up, bud? Happy birthday, you son of a bitch. Why did I get a sense of Dylan and Mac, or whatever his name was, in Predator, slapping hands? You son of a from Predator. Thank you so much there, Vic. I hope you're doing well. Hey, Vic, we still need to finish our thing. We still need to finish it. I think we just have like 2 or 3 missions left, and we'll have another platinum, the Split Fiction one. I know nobody's been watching, and you got, okay, so sometimes it sucks when you do videos and then you get like less than 300 views on something or whatever. And then let me just take a look at that real quick, because I actually want to see. So if you ever want to search a certain video or something like that on the channel, you just do it right here. We type in Split Fiction. So our first video actually we started that 3 months ago. We're so bad. We're so bad. And it did get to 1,000 views. Okay, so that did make 1,000 views. What about part 2? 824, 550. Yeah, it just withered down, I mean, it's so hit and miss, and this game wasn't that old. It was only a few months old. But yeah, we do need to finish it because we've done 4 parts, I think, so far. The last one we did was a month ago. So guys, you can always be rest assured that I'll start a platinum, but it might take a few years to finish it. If you can be patient, then there's going to be no problems. But you know, this was something I wanted to do with Vic, just for fun. Anyways, we both knew that it wasn't going to get massive views or anything like that, but it's been really fun playing it. It's just having the time to do it, you know, co-op. That's why I don't do a lot of co-op, because, you know, time is precious. Everybody's got jobs, everybody's got stuff they're doing and whatnot and all that. So you just try to make as much time or the best time that you can with everything. But yeah, so it's like, there's parts of me that's like, where you have to be careful because, when you do certain games and certain stuff, you know, it might start out good and you think 1,000 views is pretty cool, but only 91 likes. That means less than 1 out of every 10 people that watch it leave a like, you know, and this right here and this right here in comments, they are the most important things when it comes to actually getting these videos outside. Like, let's look at the analytics on this video. I'm always upfront about everything I do. $3. So I'm rich. I don't know if you knew this or not. $3, and this is $3 over the course of the entire span of when it came out. So from April 3rd till now, I've had only two people watch this video. It looks like someone me. It probably counted me because I've been the only person that's checked it out. So it probably just counted me. Let me see reach. This will be interesting. It'll tell me, all right. So 5% of the total traffic is actually from people searching or a Google search. 5%. Where is, maybe it's engagement. Where does it show you? Isn't there a thing that shows you between people subscribed and not subscribed? Here we go. So 72% of people from my channel. So that means if this got 1,000 views, that means 720 people from my channel watch this, and 276 people from that were not subscribed watch this. But if you also take a look at the overview, you can see that I gained 0 subscribers from this video. So that means out of the 276 people that were not subscribed, not a single one of them decided to subscribe. I need to figure out how to fix that. You know what I'm saying? Now, maybe someone could have subscribed, but then another person that was already subscribed unsubscribed, and then that leaves this 0. So that could be also, that could be a thing. You can fully believe these analytics. These are true analytics because this is how I get paid, and it's exactly how much I get paid. So obviously there's a little weirdness here and there. So you always need to think of it this way. So if you see $3.15, that's actually what I made from this video. It's not a made up amount because YouTube pays me, and that's what they pay me. And so you can always, if you add all of the videos up for the month that I made of a total month, if you add every single one of them up, it'll tell you, and it'll end up being the price that YouTube pays me. But this is not actually what I made. Okay, what I actually made is around, this right here is 40%. This is, or 40, I think it's 45. Or no. This is 55%. That's right. I think YouTube takes 45%. I get 55%. So this is 55% of what I actually made on the video. So that means I made somewhere close to $6 or something like that on this video. So if you look, if you look at what I made for the month or whatever, it shows, where's it at? I don't even remember. Oh yeah, that's right. I have to go into analytics. So that's what I made here. Let's just look at last month. Last month was actually a more decent month for us, the month of June, because we had a lot of new information on videos. So I actually got into the 2000s. That was, I think, the first time this year I got into 2000. Yeah, I didn't make. Yeah, we'll show that or whatever. But technically, I made almost double that. Technically, I made about 4,000, but YouTube gets 45% of the total. So what gets sent to me is only 2,096. This is what I'm going to get paid on the 21st of this month. So in a few days, I'll get that much, which is our best month we've had so far this year. If we go to regular, there it is. Hold on. Where does it show? I think it might be in revenue. There it is. Yeah, that's the most I've made. So you can see from February 16, 18, 17, 17. So that was definitely a better month. A better month. I show you guys this because what do I have to hide? I mean, I don't make millions of dollars. And for some reason, some people out there think that I make millions of dollars. I don't make millions of dollars. So this is why I'm splitting my time, because I had always told you guys from the very onset of what I do is that if I wanted to continue to do this full time, I needed to make $100 a day, because $100 a day is $3,000 estimated, because usually there's in between 30 and 31 days in a month. So $100, 30 days, if you average out the days, is $3,000. So that means I would need to make $100 on here, or I would need to do, let's say if I did 57 on YouTube that day, then I would need to make $50 in donations. And that's how I did it for a long time. Last year, I think you guys always saw on my streams that I would put our daily donation goal, and it would either be $50 or $100 or whatever. And so the only days that I would come out even were those days that I would actually hit that extra donation goal. So this is why I've decided to not do full time anymore, because obviously this is not enough. I mean, my mortgage itself is $1,300. So, I mean, that leaves $300 to pay all my bills and all of the extra stuff. That doesn't work out clearly. So that is why I'm driving now. And so I'm driving just 4 hours a day. And that goal is hopefully to get $60 a day, 5 days a week. So $60 a day, 5 days a week is $300, right? Or should I say, I think it's 300, right? Yeah, 60. So 60 and 60 is 120, 240, and then another 60 is 300. So that means 3, 6, 9, 12. That means roughly around $1,200 a month from driving. Plus this here is closer to the 3,000, which is what my balance was when we balanced my checkbook or whatever you want to call it. That is what we said we need to make to break even. So that's why I'm not going to be streaming every day anymore. That's why I'm not going to be doing all of that stuff every day anymore, because I need to make it up somewhere. Now, there's still going to be lots of content on the channel, lots of all that stuff. The channel's not really changing. Okay. We're just not going to be streaming 5 days a week pretty much from now on. I'm kind of going, hey, Shannon, I'm kind of going between doing like kind of, a Monday, a Wednesday, and a Friday kind of thing. And then that way I can have time to work on videos in between to have. So I'm not going to be doing, like, if a new game comes out, let me put it to you this way. If a new game comes out and it's a popular new game, like say when Metal Gear comes out in August, or I will be streaming every day. I will stream that every single day until we get the platinum. So when new games come out, yes. But when we have the in-between new games, I have to take a little bit more time away. So that way I can make up for everything else. So so far I've drove twice this week. And the reason I've only joined twice is because we had a new game come out, and that new game was Eric's Home. So I've been the last 2 days, yesterday and today, I'm sitting at home and I am trying to work on videos, but those takes quite a while to do. When you do videos, it takes a long time. You got to edit the videos. You've got to, you play the game essentially twice because it's a walkthrough. I'm actually showing you where to go, how to do it, all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, you see kind of how it is. But the goal, obviously, this was a very, very good day because this was the day that I put out the video. It's time. It's so amazing. I mean, if you look at this video, and I don't understand it. I honestly don't understand it. Look, we made I gained 1 subscriber from that video. I don't know how, but $172 from that. Now, most of that revenue was all from the supers and gifts that people did, which were kind and generous. But also remember too, when I know it's very easy to do super chats, but YouTube gets 30% of whatever you send when you do a super chat. So even if you send $200, you actually spend $200 and you send it in a super chat, you're actually only sending me 170, and YouTube is literally just taking $30 from you. So that is a hard pill for me to swallow, which is why I constantly say, of course, if that's all you can do and you want to do it that way, that's fine. But just remember that YouTube is taking 30% of everything you send and keeping it for themselves. And so that's why I have that Stream Elements link, which is always the best way, because essentially what happens with Stream Elements is it's about
Shut up and take my money.
1%. Hey, Domi with the $11. I meant to make this donation during part 6 of Mass Effect 1 for your Ashley-centric episode on romance. I've been subscribed since 2023, mainly for your Mass Effect content. Awesome. Yeah, I remember we did Mass Effect 2 was one of the first things I did on the channel way back when as well. So, because Mass Effect 2 came out in 2010, remember? Was it 2010 or was it 2009 or at the end of 2009? I think Mass Effect 1 was 2007. I don't remember if it was the end of 2009 or whatever, but we did a full-on old style playthrough of Mass Effect 2 back in the day. So thank you so much, man. But again, see right there, what Domi just sent me, $11.72. I'm not sure what exactly he put in there. But YouTube gets 30% of that. That's why I always recommend, if you're able to do so, to use the Stream Elements link, because it's the one link that only takes 1%. So that means if you send $200, only $1 is going to be taken away. So that's obviously way better than 30. But I don't want to frown upon anybody who says, that's the best way for me to do it because it's the easiest. Then, hey, that's fine. I just want to make sure you know where some of your money is going. So, yeah, so we did pretty good. And the watch paid ads. See, that's actually just from ads. Just from people watching it is ads is $24. So that video, for whatever reason, and when I did this video, I was thinking about it all week. I literally sat there all week long and I was telling my wife, I said, I need to make this video. I need to make this video. I'm going to wait till Saturday to do it, but I need to make it. I need to tell everybody that, actually, see, okay, you guys keep saying that, but I need to show you this. And I know Angry said this earlier. Let me show you what I'm actually getting. Because you guys keep saying, actually, it's 10 euros. No. I actually get shown here the exact dollar amount that I'm getting. So, no. So just so you know, it's not just PayPal. When you use the Stream Elements link, you can actually use a card, just like you do with YouTube. Because it's an SE. I actually am a partner with Stream Elements that allows me to be able to do that. It's not just PayPal. People that send money through Stream Elements link is not just PayPal. Yes, you can do PayPal if you want, but it also gives you the option to do with any card. So I want to make sure that people don't get confused on that, because I think people are a little confused and think that the Stream Elements link is nothing but PayPal. That's not true. It's actual card. Like if I bring this up here and I go, show you my dashboard here, SE Pay. This is how I get that money from Stream Elements. Now, it's not going to say anything in here because even if you use Stream Elements, if you do it through PayPal, it won't show up here. Only money that shows up here is through the card. So when people actually click on my link in my description, I want to show this here so people know. Where is it at? Stream Elements. So if I actually click on this link, see, you can choose PayPal or you can choose one of the others. You don't have to do. And see how that shows up there? Those are the ones I've gotten today that came through this, that weren't super chats, because super chats don't show up like this. So that's how that works. So you don't, it's not just that. And then there's a small percentage, like I said, 1% or so. And that's what it is. So hopefully that helps, like, not confuse everybody so much. I did see that a new Cyberpunk update is out there today. I did see that. Oh, let me bring it up. Sorry. But I wanted you guys to see that it tells me the exact dollar amount. Because I saw Angry say that the other day that, oh, Strain, no, he didn't send you that. He sent you this. No, it tells me exactly the amount that I'm actually getting. So that's why I say $11.72 or $6.9 or whatever. It might come out to be very, very weird calculations in mine, which might be different from what you guys are seeing in the actual chat. Does that make sense? I know it's kind of like weird how that works or whatever, but I just want to make sure you guys understood. So, as I said, what would you guys think of Mafia 2 Definitive Edition? Or would you like, we can wait on that, and then would you like me to continue Mass Effect 2 PlayStation Edition? I'm actually more keen to wanting to continue Mass Effect 2 because I'm so involved in the story right now. And when I get in these moments, I want to try to capitalize on it. Like, I'm really into Mass Effect right now, and eventually that's going to be gone. Like, if I wait too long and I don't play Mass Effect 2, then it's going to be an even longer time before I get that energy again to do it. You know, kind of like how ADHD works. It's like, okay, it's got my attention right now. And so if I play it, I can get into it. I can put all my best into it. And we can have fun. Now, I know there won't be a lot of people. It's not a new game. It's Mass Effect 2, just like Mafia 2 is not a new game. Too old and trophies sometimes can be buggy. Are you talking about Mafia? Or ME2? Well, ME2 is the Legendary Edition, so I haven't had any problems with trophies unlocking in the Legendary Edition on PlayStation. I'm not so sure about Mafia 2, but this is the Definitive Edition, which is a little different. It's supposed to be the updated edition, but I don't know. But I do know that Mafia, the Old Country, is coming out. Which is going to be $49. Can I help you? Can I help you? What? What? You're always hungry. Why don't you go get yourself another Uncrustable? Get yourself another Uncrustable, honey. So that one's going to be $50. I don't have an in with Take-Two, so I don't think I'll be getting this early. If I do, it would be because of Xbox, which means I wouldn't get it until the day of launch or the day after launch. So this game comes out in 3 weeks. I'm not sure how long it takes. The thing is, I don't want to do Mafia 3 because Mafia 3 is just the first like 10 to 15 hours. Yes, they spoiled me this morning. Yeah. If you go back to the beginning of the video, Jen, I explained how when I came down the stairs, they were waiting for me and started yelling happy birthday. It was so cute. I think like the first 10, 15 hours of Mafia 3 is really good. And then it just gets so awful because it's so repetitive. So I'm definitely probably never going to be doing a platinum for Mafia 3, but I definitely do eventually want to do a platinum for Mafia 2. But at this point, like, Mafia 2's got really nothing to do with Mafia the Old Country because it's a prequel. Now, you can say that the beginning of Mafia 2 takes place in World War II in Sicily, but this game, Mafia the Old Country, takes place in like 1900. So it's still like 30 to 40 years before, you know, Mafia 2. So it really does. I don't know how it's going to connect. Don't forget, guys, if you're coming in now, make sure in the comments below, not just in the comments on the side where it's live, but in the comments below, you're telling me what video was your first video you watched, part of what game, and what year. And I will do my best to answer every single person that does that. That always means a lot. So I'm probably either, if there's a standard country, is there early playing of the game or no? Probably not. I'm very interested in this. This is not an open world game anymore. It's actually, you heard from me, a new game will release today. What new game will release today that you heard from me? I'm confused. See, I've got all the Mafias in there. Like I said, man, this is a great game. It's just after the first 15 hours, it just becomes this repetitive thing. So next month, we have a bunch of games to look forward to. There's obviously Mafia. There's Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater. That's at the end of the month. So we're obviously going to have coverage at the beginning and the end of the month. I'm not sure what else comes out in August. Oh, on the same date or 2 days before it, I think August 26th, somewhere around in there, Gears of War Reloaded comes out on the 26th. So 2 days. You totally forgot the name? I have no idea. Are you talking about Eric's Home? That's the game that just came out this week that I'm doing videos on. Make sure you watch them. I definitely want to do Gears of War Reloaded. Is this going to be a platinum? Probably not, because these games require you to spend thousands of hours in multiplayer, and I am not the kind of gamer that wants to spend thousands of hours in multiplayer to get a platinum, which is why you haven't seen platinums on games that require you to do a significant amount of multiplayer, because it's not a part of who this channel has ever been. I don't mind playing some multiplayer with everybody out there, but there's like these achievements in the Gears of War games that are called Seriously, right? And they require you to kill a certain amount of people, like actual human, PvP. I'll need to look in to see if they've changed the achievements around for Gears of War Reloaded or not, and see if it's an applicable platinum that I could do. But obviously, Metal Gear Solid Delta is going to be the one. Thank you, Call Me Papa. Thank you, Army. Is going to be the one that I want to play for sure and do the 100% on. And that is one we're definitely going to be streaming. So I'm going to be doing videos and streams for Metal Gear Solid Delta. So the streams that we're going to do are going to be covering the game in a Let's Play format, learning the game, going through the game on normal, just like having a good time, trying to remember the levels, trying to come up with strategies, things like that. And then I'm going to be doing videos where I will actually do, big boss runs, Foxhound rank runs, that kind of thing. That's probably more attuned to video format. So you're going to see both streams and videos for Metal Gear. And it's also still possible that I might do a stream. Francis has an inappropriate comment about me in chat. Like to address it? What comment? I'm sorry, I didn't see it. If someone's being inappropriate, you can time them out. You guys have that authority. And you can make the judgment call whether or not I don't know what they said. I should do a Q&A. I did used to do some Q&As and stuff. Yes, I did them back with my ex-wife. I think I remember back when I was significantly younger. But I think that was because it was a young channel at the time and Q&As were a thing. Like now I feel like Q&As are not as much. Most people on this channel know all about me at this point. Well, thank you, P. Domi. I appreciate it. Always let the ads run. Listen, I mean, for those of you that don't let ads run, if you've got premium, I still make some money off of YouTube Premium. It's not as much. But yeah. So I don't know what Francis said. I mean, I have no idea what's going on. You guys are mods, so you handle whatever you think is appropriate. That way I can just continue to ramble on with my incoherent stuff. But no, we're not snowflakes. We just try to keep everybody happy in the channel because this is supposed to be a place where everybody can come and have a good time. So calling people snowflakes doesn't help your case, Francis. Is he talking about me? People don't usually hate me because of my ethnicity, but because I behave like an... What? I don't know if he's talking about me or somebody else, but this is Francis' warning. Let's try to keep it civil and have a good time. That's what we're doing here. Okay? So, mods, you have all authority if you feel someone is being out of line per what the guidelines that you know I would abide by. You do what you feel you need to do, but always give them an opportunity to address the situation. Does that make sense? That comment was addressed to me. Oh, you got rid of him? Okay. And Natalie, if you felt that it was more appropriate for you to get rid of him, then that's fine. That's the reason. So, you know, that's why we have mods here. We want to make sure that everybody, listen, we can talk about things that can be, that people disagree and stuff like that on, but always give someone an opportunity to answer themselves, to make sure people understand. Like, some people are from different countries and they have a different way of explaining something that might seem, how do I say it? That might seem, because listen, I've been deployed. I know other countries have different way of using words. So maybe someone's not trying to be mean or not trying to cause trouble or anything like that. And it's just something that, you know, they didn't mean it that way. So let them explain, and then we can go off of that, essentially. So Sergeant Frosty, I don't know why I didn't hear. Did you guys hear that?
Message coming in.
There it is.
Patching it through.
For some reason, I don't know why that message or the sound didn't come on. Sergeant Frosty with $15. This donation from me is very long overdue, but today's the day. Happy birthday, Strain. Watched you for 13 years. So you've been watching since 2012. Impressive, Anderson. Thank you for becoming a member. So one of the best ways that you can support the channel too is becoming a member or a patron. Like, Patreon is one of my oldest ways to support the channel. Everyone on Patreon that's been on there has been on there for years, and it's a great way to support the channel if that's what you want to do as well, or memberships, or you know, whatever it is that makes it easy for you. That's why we give you guys options and all that good stuff. Many happy returns to you too, Anderson. But thank you so much, Sergeant Frosty. I know you've been a part of this channel for a long time as well. So, but yeah, so definitely going to be doing Gears of War Reloaded, at least a playthrough of us having a good time. But once I get closer to it and see what the trophies are, then we'll figure out. Honestly, I've been leaning more towards doing a lot more PlayStation Platinums, just because like PlayStation just does such a good job at keeping them tracked. And instead of giving a points-based system like 1 to 1,000, like Xbox does, you actually get a thing that says you've platinumed a game. If Xbox would give something like that, would like give you like a little ring for every game. I don't know what it is. I would be keen to want to do more Xbox games, but PlayStation just does such a great job at really making you feel like you've accomplished something when you've platinumed a game, Now, I don't mind doing Steam, but the thing about Steam, I love playing games on PC. The thing about Steam though is it's so easily like I could just go on here and say I've made every single game 100%, and Steam would do nothing about it, because it's like achievements are an afterthought when it comes to Steam, right? It's like it's a complete afterthought. Like you could go over to my main page here and it tells you, what some of my favorite, things are. It tells you all the different games that I've played and whatnot. I actually haven't had a lot of people comment in a while. Big fan from India. Love Hitman Codename 47. I used to get them all the time. All these ones are from like, I wonder what my first message is. 2013. Man, it's like walking down memory lane here. The fans of Sinnerstrain 01. See, I've got 16 perfect games that I've done over the past year and a half just for Steam. And you can see the ones we did: Red Dead, Indiana, Thief, Metal Gear, Detroit, Spider-Man. I didn't see that one. I think there's more. Did I make a playlist for Spider-Man? I probably didn't, because I just did it in one. No. Huh. I don't remember seeing Spider-Man Miles Morales. But I know, yeah. Those are all the ones I've 100%ed in the past year and a half. One of my absolute favorite platinums was Mind's Eye. Guys, this has a shot at being game of the century. So if you have not played Mind's Eye, it's just going to blow you away with its creativity. It's AI. It's got some of the most sophisticated AI that I've ever seen come out of an oven. And, it's definitely check it out. Good stuff. That's the only one I did a long time ago. I did that in 2017. I don't even know if I was trying to do that. I just think I just did it. All the rest have been in the last year, as you can see, except for that one. Walking Dead Michonne was 2016. Everything else is 2024. Hey, gifted 1 sub, Karsten Nielsen. Gifted 1 sub to Army. Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Didn't new content for this game just come out? I'm pretty sure new DLC just came out, right? Look at it. It's on sale right now. You can get this RoboCop. Look at that. You can buy the deluxe edition for $5.99. And new DLC just came out, I'm pretty sure. Is it this? Become the legendary part man, part machine. Rogue City, Alex Murphy. So I think that's the new. Nope, that's old. Release date. When is the new DLC coming? I was pretty sure there was new DLC that was coming out. But I don't see it yet. I'm not really sure when that's coming. Yeah, so, okay. So again, right now we're talking about unfinished business. Where is unfinished business? Let me see. Let me view all DLC here. Why is that in my shop? I didn't put that in my shopping cart. The heck? Oh, browse all. There's only 3. I guess it's not out yet. No, unfortunately, there's no Superman game tied. It's so hard to do a Superman game because of how invulnerable he is, and the only way you can actually mess with him is via kryptonite. That's why it's so hard to make a good Superman film, because like it has to be kryptonite, or that's the only way you can really damage him in the comics and stuff like that. Yeah, I know that there's supposed to be unfinished business out. There it is right there. Where it's not showed up in here though. It's a standalone thing. Here we go. Oh, it's a standalone 29. Oh. It came out today. Oh, I get like $2 off if I buy it through the bundle collection. I never did really give you my thoughts on the new Superman, did I? Well, I went and saw Superman in theaters. I saw it when was it? I saw it on Thursday. So let me give you my thoughts. I loved it. I thought it was a great Superman movie. I think James Gunn understands the happiness that Superman portrays. He gets it. It's a modern take on Superman, but it's also got a lot of old feelings. Like, kind of think of Silver Age Superman. This kind of feels like a Silver Age Superman, but in a modern setting. And I loved it. I think David Cornsweet does a great job as Superman. Very believable, very kind. Has got a big heart. Listen, Superman means a lot to me. I have Superman tattoos. If you look in my room, I mean, you can't see it because I got the thing on, but Superman is everywhere in my room because I'm a huge, huge Superman fan. I don't want to spoil things for anybody. I'm not going to go into details of the actual the story in it. But all the characters I thought were done with love to the DC lore. One thing about him is that James Gunn is that he loves to bring to the forefront characters that you never thought or that you never even knew existed, right? Like, nobody goes around talking about the Green Lantern Gardner. Like, everyone talks about Hal Jordan, right? Or John. So no one talks about the older Green Lantern. So he likes to bring those to the forefront. He's got the bowl cut and everything straight out from the comics. Crypto stole my heart. Like, you got to understand, I'm a animal lover. So Crypto stole my heart. Lex Luthor, I think he did a great job. I was on the fence with him though. I think I need to see it again to fully understand his rendition of Lex. To me, the greatest Lex Luthor is Michael Rosenbaum from Smallville. Let me put it to you this way. If you liked Smallville and you were a fan of Smallville, you will love this movie because they take a lot of things from Smallville. Like, you can literally feel and see in that movie, like David Cornsweet even said his favorite Clark in Superman is actually Tom Welling. So you get a true sense, if you were a fan of the Smallville show, you get an understanding of how much Clark cares. And I really felt like they did that great justice. I was just a little on the fence with Lex. And that's only because it's been a while since we've had this good of a Lex. He's really good at what he does. It's just that, man, you were going to hate him. Like, you're going to hate him so much. And because I'm such a huge fan of Smallville, I like his version of Lex, because in Smallville, there was that history between Clark and Lex. So I loved him and hated him. You see what I'm saying? This Lex, there is absolutely zero to love. Zero to love. You won't go into this movie and say, I want to root for Lex Luthor. You're not going to go into this movie and say that. So that's why it's taken me a little bit more time to understand the difference, because, you know, it's just so different. Well, see, here's the thing. I could definitely compare him a little bit to Clancy's, from the, from the, what do you call him? From the cartoon, Superman, cartoon. I can definitely compare him a little bit, although Clancy is kind of more of a straight-faced Superman. This Lex Luthor Superman is kind of he's he's a very obviously rich. He's very smart technically, but he also has some baby moments in him, like doing like it's not really a spoiler, but like there's a part in the movie where something's not going his way, and all the people that he has around him he keeps annoying by like dropping like a pencil or something on the floor so that his assistants pick it up and stuff like that. And he just keeps going around the room, dropping stuff or whatever. So you get that sense of like, kind of thing. And so, some people are going to like that. Some people are not going to like that. So it's a good mix, but there's also moments where he's just like strictly badass. And you're just like, I can't believe they did that with Lex. He's a good villain for this Superman. Perfect. But my favorite Lex is still Michael Rosenbaum. My favorite Superman is, I can't even say that. Like, I just love them all. Every single actor that has portrayed Superman, I absolutely love. Every single one of them. I love Dean Cain's Superman. Like, because I love Lois and Clark. I love how silly and romantic it is, because I'm a romantic at heart. So I loved Lois and Clark, The Adventures of Superman. I loved Terry Hatcher. I loved the show in the 90s. I watched it as a kid, and I loved it. So I loved Brandon Routh's portrayal, even though he was trying to kind of do a Christopher Reeve impression. I still thought that he did a very good job. It's just the people wanted Superman action, and you didn't really get that action in Superman Returns, unfortunately, but I still loved it. No, I have not platinumed the Guardians of the Galaxy. I just completed it. I did live streams of it and completed it. But as far as the overall movie, great. Is it better than Man of Steel? For me, I don't know. It's on the brink of being maybe just as good as Man of Steel, but I honestly still feel like Man of Steel to me is better. And that is mainly because they were trying something new, right? They wanted to differentiate themselves. They were going a little darker. Maybe with Batman v Superman, they went a little too dark, but I felt like Man of Steel, like all these people out there that say Henry Cavill's Superman is dark, he's not. Okay, his outfit is darker, but he still cares about everybody. He still doesn't want to kill. He doesn't want to hurt anyone. Where on earth is he a dark Superman? I don't understand why people say Henry Cavill's Superman is dark. It's not. It's a more modern take of what's going on around him, but the character himself is still that lovable, smiley, wants to protect everybody, cares about everybody, loves everybody Superman. That's never changed. We've never had a dark Superman in the comics. Yes, I understand in the Justice League, there was a moment where, Clark comes back and he doesn't have his memory and he just sees these superpower people, and he thinks he thinks they want to hurt him, whatever. So he fights them, that kind of thing. But no. So I never understood why the hate. Listen, I love the Zack Snyder movies. I think there's some things he got completely wrong when it comes to the character, but every director wants to try something different, because if you just do the same movie over and over again, nobody's going to care, right? This Superman, he's fully lighthearted. Like, you just get that sense of everything. I didn't like what they did with one particular part of the story, but I'm not going to spoil it for those. They changed the mythology a little bit. I didn't like that part. But overall, I cried in 2 different spots in the movie. And yeah, I enjoyed it. I think it's a good movie. I recommend everyone to go out and see it. Do I still want Snyder to finish his? Yes. I still want Snyder to finish his Justice League that he was coming up with Apocalypse and all that kind of stuff. Is it going to happen? No. But am I going to sit here and boycott Superman because I'm not going to get another Zack Snyder Superman movie? No. I'm a Superman fan. I'm not a Zack Snyder fan when it comes to I have to be his Superman fan. No. I'm just a Superman character fan. So I just want good stories, you know. I'm happy. It's not a spoiler. I'm happy that Jonathan Kent's alive because I cannot stand it. I hate it when movies, games, books, anything, absolutely 100% hate it when they tell you someone you love has to die for you to become who you're supposed to be. You know, Uncle Ben dying in Spider-Man. Hated it. Why? He could still become Spider-Man with Uncle Ben there. Clark, or, you know, Kal-El, he can still become Superman with Jonathan there. I don't like it when you force a character, because it's the trope. It's what everybody does. Everybody, you know, kills the parent or the guardian of the person. And then all of a sudden they now know what responsibility is, and I will become who I was meant to be because of my parent dying for me. Or I didn't like that decision in Man of Steel either. You know, that whole, don't do anything, Clark. You know, let me die. Let me sit here and die, even though you're fast enough that nobody will see you. Even though you're fast enough that nobody will literally see you run at super speed, grab your father, and take him out to where nobody is standing. And then immediately run back to where you are and say, I think he may have made it out. He may have ran out, you know? I mean, who cares? They could have easily done that, but they needed the drama for whatever reason, because dad's got to go in order for you to become who you're supposed to be, yada, 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 you know? In the 60s and stuff like that, or the 30s when they were coming up with Superman's tale, you know, Jonathan lived. Jonathan didn't die that way in the original Superman comic. Clark's parents were still there. Now, however, in Batman, yes, Martha, because I feel like in that situation, that needs to be there. Because in order for Bruce Wayne to become Batman, he needed to have, clearly, because who is just going to sit there and become Batman? He needed to have some drama to do it. Spider-Man didn't need to have drama to become Spider-Man. He could have got in an argument, you know, and his dad and Uncle Ben could have got hurt, but he didn't need Uncle Ben to be gone for him to become Spider-Man. Whereas I felt Batman needed the events that happened to him to become Batman. That's where it fits. But I don't think it fits in because Clark already lost his parents from Krypton. So you don't need to lose more parents for you to become good. You know what I mean? That's my take on it. But usually death and loss of someone is a huge motivator when it comes to superheroes for whatever reason. But I don't understand it. I never did. I was like, when that happened in Man of Steel, I was like, that's the dumbest decision. I can understand, you know, Jonathan wanting wanting Clark to not reveal his powers because he's afraid. But there's so many ways that could have been. Jonathan could have just started limping. I mean, come on. So what? So what? You lose your leg, all right? You broke your leg. So what? You bounce on your other leg and you keep moving forward instead of just going. 10 seconds has passed. And then he gets swept up. I mean, that 10 seconds, you could have been like 100 feet away from the freaking twister. So, I mean, it's just stupid moments. Just like I don't understand why people got so upset at the end of Man of Steel when he had to kill Zod, because Zod gave him no choice. Zod is one of the best, or should I say Michael's rendition of Zod is one of the best renditions of Zod or a villain I've ever seen. He's such a good villain. Because there were times that I was on his side in Man of Steel where I understood, like at the beginning when he's like, you're killing us. You're not doing this. We're all going to die if we don't do something. And so he had to take matters into his own hands, even if it, he had good intentions, but so there were moments that that's what's good about some stories. Some stories can make a villain to where you like a little bit of him or you understand a little bit. But at the same time, they went too far with it. And then that's a villain, right? Because villains are always the good guys in their own story. So if they're doing what they think is right, even though other people might think it's wrong, I think that can create a really, really good villain. But this version of Lex Luthor from the new Superman is just straight up evil. They decided not to do a single thing that made him redemption. Maybe they're going to do something down the line that gives him a little bit of a redemption thing, a little bit, because I feel Lex needs to have just a little bit. Like there needs to be a reason for you to want to continue to see Lex versus Superman. Because if you don't give the audience a reason to like Lex a little bit, then once the story's over and that's it, then you have no reason to want him to come back. You need to have that reason to say, maybe there's a little part of Lex that Superman can get to. And I feel like in this movie, they didn't really have that. So Luthor is just straight up evil. So they definitely went a different direction than any other one. Like there was even a little bit of, Gene Hackman's Lex when it comes to like, it's all about land and kind of thing. For some reason, Lex Luthor loves land. I love land. I love land. So who knows about that? I don't know. But go and see it. If you have the means and the capability to go and see Superman, I highly recommend it. I think, especially if you love the character like I do, you'll love it. Happy birthday on episode 8 of Death Stranding 2. Got pretty much everyone at 5 stars. Oh, nice job. Good job, Simon. I will come back to Death Stranding. Just need a little bit of a break. That's all. Oh, thank you, Hypnotic. Hitman videos. I definitely want to do a platinum of that coming sometime. I do want to do it this year. I'd like to do Hitman's platinum this year. Yeah, this Superman definitely gets that difference between Clark. And I love the way they explained the difference. Like there's an actual reason for it. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to do spoilers, but there's literally a reason why Clark is the way he is and Superman is the way he is. And the way they did it, I think fits perfect. I didn't like how it started. I thought that the explanation of the world and stuff is kind of lazy, just an excuse to get into the movie. Like it just kind of felt like we started watching in the middle of season 2 in a show. You know what I mean? So, but great movie. It's a great way to get people back into loving Superman again. And I'm looking forward to seeing Supergirl. And I like how they're going with Supergirl. I think they cast the most perfect Supergirl. And I love where they're going with it. And I can't wait to see what they do next year. I'm going to go see that. And, she's more of she grew up differently than Clark. She didn't have the parents that Clark did. So we're looking at a different Supergirl, which is going to be really fun to do. Yeah. So, okay. So what I'm doing, like I said right now, is I am working on Eric's home. Okay. So when I get off this stream here, I'm going to be going right back in, getting the next episode done, which will be episode 5. And I will continue to do as much of that as I possibly can. So I'm hoping to have this game done by this weekend. I'm usually able to record about 2 episodes per day because I have to play the game twice. And so therefore it takes a little bit of time to do it. So plan on having that out. The thing is, I've noticed on my channel that the worst thing I can do is release videos at nighttime, because there's not a lot of people that watch my channel at nighttime. A lot more people watch my channel in the daytime, like between 11 and like 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when most of the people are watching my channel. I have found that when I release videos at like 9 or 10 at night, I'm not able to get a lot of views. And then I release another video in the morning when I'm doing the next part. And then that other video gets lost in the shuffle of things, you know, the one I did the previous night. So I'm going to try to do better at releasing videos more in the daytime. Like if I can release a video at like 11 a.m. and then release another one at like 3 p.m. and that's all the videos I release for the day, unless there's something cool come up that I need to do a video on. I'm trying not to do releases at nighttime, my nighttime, because it just seems not a lot of people are there at that point. Yeah, that's why I mean my nighttime. I know for you guys it might be different. I might be releasing a video in the middle of the night for you guys, but most of my audience is American, and that means most of them are working or school or whatever. And that time period, you know, you want to try to release, like when you look at your analytics, it always says like what are the best times on your channel, and mine said between 11 and 6. That is the time where the most amount of people are watching my content. So am I a fan of the new System Shock? I think I played a little bit of System Shock 2. I think I did I had the demo, but maybe I had it on another thing or whatever. But I was never really into System Shock back in the day, so it really didn't have that effect on me. I know it's from the guys that do BioShock and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of BioShock's a spiritual successor to System Shock. But yeah, that never really grabbed my attention that much. Yeah, so like I said, that's all I really wanted to talk about today, everybody. I just wanted to do a little stream to kind of get you guys up to date. I guess I'll do a poll. So let me go to... Okay. And I'll make this poll.
Shut up and take my money.
Shut up and take my money. Man of 1,000 folds. Fields. Happy birthday, dude. Continue to grow and become an awesome creator. Well, thank you so much for helping me to stay in the business. Mass Effect 2 or Mafia 2. All right. So I'll see what everybody is saying on this. I might still end up choosing Mass Effect 2 no matter what anybody says, just because I'm so into Mass Effect 2. I'll put in there. But I really want to continue this. See what people say to that. But I am asking, what would you like to see more? So I'll put that in there. There we go. All right, so make sure you go over and vote on that. I always like to usually do a game. I just put that out there. Let's see if anybody has already voted. Nobody yet. Oh, sometimes I'll put a thing out and literally within less than a second, someone's already voted or someone's already viewed or someone's already done. Well, see, so we already got 3 votes. So it does just takes 22 seconds here, I guess. Your choice may get taken away just depending on, how I feel or whatever, but I can understand the people that might want to see Mafia, but I don't know why I'm just like in a Mass Effect 2 kind of mood. After finishing 1, you just kind of want to go and start the next one, especially when that's the one that has the best combat or better combat than 1, you know what I mean? But thank you guys so much for the streams, for being here with me throughout all of this time. I know we've had our ups and downs on this channel, and I will continue to try to do the best that I can to make this channel as good as I can. But just remember, guys, one of the most important things that I can tell all of you out there is please leave a like on the videos. Please comment on all my videos. Like, look at this. It's so funny, but when I first did this first video here, okay, I don't know if they're still there because they usually get taken down. Yeah, they're all gone. So the first 4 comments that I got on this video was was AI, whatever you want to call them, bots. So, Evermute said a thing, and I said, your comment is surrounded by all the beautiful women, because he was one of the first to comment, Evermute was. And there was 4 comments of women telling me how awesome I am. And of course they had, cleavage showing and all that kind of stuff. Bots, essentially. But I can't tell you how important it is for everyone to comment, because comments and likes, they're what get these videos out there. Like if I type Eric's home walkthrough, I'm not even in the first few. There we go. I'm down there. But see, technically I'm not, because if you hit show more, so I'm considered what? Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess I'm number 9 on part 1, but then where's part 2? Where's, So the only way that I can show up better on these things is if more people are leaving, like I said, comments and likes and watch time. It's just so very important to this channel to be able to continue to do what I love to do. So, we might not get a lot of people watching or whatever, but if even 10% of you went out there, of the 58 people watching right now, and commented on videos, I mean, that would get the ball rolling, and then other people could answer those comments and stuff like that. So, yeah, if that's the best way you can do to support, then I can't tell you. Oh, thank you for the cheer. It didn't. That's right. I don't have anything to show up for it, but Nicolai, thank you so much for the 400 bits. I appreciate you. I think that's $4. Thank you for the $4. But yes, so comments, very, very important. Likes, very, very important. Watch time, very, very important, so that we can continue to keep doing this. I'm not going to put as much worry on YouTube anymore, just because I am driving now, making a little bit of extra money, and hopefully that'll bring us to even a little bit easier, and I don't have to worry so much about all that. That's why we've changed and whatnot. But love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I do want to do like another 24-hour stream sometime soon. Right now I'm actually supposed to be at my mom's, because that was the original plan, was to come and see her. But a new game came out, and we just weren't making enough money for me to feel like I could justify taking 7 days off and going home to visit family. So help us out whichever way you can. Keep those likes, comments, all that good stuff coming. Have a great rest of your day. Be safe, everybody. I will continue to put my videos out for Eric's home, And then we're going to start probably a new platinum sometime soon. So hopefully you guys will tune in for that. And love you all, and be safe, and have a great rest of your week, and enjoy the summer, and be safe. Love you guys. Peace.